This is from the Mirror, actually. It says that despite their estrangement, Meghan is concerned. No, she ain't. No, she ain't. She ain't concerned. You know why? Because she didn't reach out when it happened on Tuesday. As soon as I heard about it, I was reaching out to you all, as soon as I heard it. So what was she doing when she heard it? To say you are concerned. This, my friends, is a lie.
Everything that I say in this video is based on my thoughts and opinions.
Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope you're doing well today. I wanted to give you an update about information that seems to permeate to a false narrative that a lot of people will believe, because we know that Meghan has oftentimes provided information via her publicist, to news outlets, to give her point of view, her narrative to the things that she wants people to read about. And oftentimes in the past, especially, it would try to overshadow the things that the royal family are putting out. And I cannot stress this enough, that the main American, because this is how she's trying to manipulate the narrative here in the States, by looking at what's been put in the magazines like People magazine and Us and all these fluff pieces that are on these newsstands when you go to check out. A lot of Americans will read it. Okay, yeah, oh, isn't that nice? She's so sweet. And they'll take that and just to read it for whatever the story is and put it down and believe that. This is what Meghan is counting on. She is counting on her narrative being told to the majority of Americans who will read this information and just believe it, because they just don't really care. It's like Meghan can go off and do whatever she wants here in the States, and the majority of Americans are going to fall for her narrative. And I know that is so just, it's like, why do you not want to know the truth? Why do people fall for it? Well, you know, people just have their interests, and that's just what it is. A lot of people want to know, well, why do I talk about the things that I talk about? Well, because it's interesting to me. Most Americans, they're not interested. Trooping of the color will come and go, and it will not even be a blip on the radar over here. And part of the reason why I believe Meghan is here in the States is because she knows this is not the Queen's country. This is not the Queen's country. The Americans like the Queen, but they're not really paying attention to the Queen. But she can overshadow the Queen and what is happening in the UK. She can do that here in the States. Thank goodness for platforms like YouTube. So this is why Meghan continues to do what she does, because she sees there's hope on the radar for her to really still meet her objectives with what she is doing. But let me get into what I'm talking about today. Meghan Markle reaches out to Dad Thomas as he remains in hospital. Well, I can confirm now that he has left hospital. When did this come out? This came out yesterday evening. He is no longer in the hospital. Her sister Samantha had accused her of negligence for not contacting her father while he is in hospital. So she puts out that she has reached out to her father. The lies, the lies. Meghan has reportedly reached out to her dad, Thomas, after he suffered a massive stroke, which has left him unable to speak. Her sister Samantha had accused her of negligence for not contacting their father while he is in hospital. The Duchess of Sussex is understood to have made contact with her dad's camp to find out where he is being treated. An insider told the Mirror, this insider, this is Meghan underneath her bed, like, it's me, Meghan Markle. Say that, I reached out to my daddy, undercover. But hey, this is off the record, okay? She's trying to be the source, a source has said, and we know who it is. Meghan was concerned for her father, but also listed the reasons why she has been unable to make contact. Now, this is what I find very interesting around this. When did this happen? This happened on Tuesday. She did not think to put out a false narrative until she saw the backlash that she was getting for not contacting her father. That right there should tell you this girl, something's wrong. Even if you believe the narrative. This happened on Tuesday. It should have been reported on Tuesday that you reached out to your daddy. But she didn't do that. We ain't falling for your silliness, your slyness, your slickness, your conniving. She wants to know if there's anything, if there's any way to contact her father privately without family knowing about it or having to get involved. Now, this goes back to my conversation with Thomas when we know firsthand from Mr. Markle why she did not want to have a relationship with Thomas. Because she would not accept her father still speaking with his children, her half siblings. This is the reason why. So yet again, this tells us that she doesn't want to contact her father because she doesn't want anything to do with her half siblings. Now, why would she not want anything to do with her half siblings? Like, why is it that big of an issue? Maybe perhaps the lies you tell will be revealed through your siblings who were actually there knowing the things that you have done and said. Your fairy tale is over. As soon as the father, because she could probably try to convince Thomas just to not make a comment on things that he knows are not the truth. But she can't try to get the half siblings to go along with anything, right? So this is very telling in itself that this is even in this article. She wants to find out what hospital he's at, which ward he's in, and if he's using a false name, which he is believed to be doing, so no one can find him. He doesn't have his mobile phone, and because of his stroke, he cannot speak. She has the phone number for Samantha. She can get a hold to somebody that knows somebody, because Mr. Markle was constantly calling. And if he changed his phone number, he would have given it to her because he was constantly waiting for her to call him. So that right there is a lie. That's right there is telling you that she's trying to say, well, I don't know where he at. I can't call my dad, so I can't reach out to anybody that would know the information, and I can't go to him directly because of his circumstances. That's not true. Meghan is expected to fly to the UK tomorrow night with her husband, Prince Harry, and their children to celebrate the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. And that's the end of the story. So that's what's being said. So this is why this narrative is coming out there that Meghan Markle could go see her father. She's wondered what hospital. She's like, there's this narrative, but why is she putting this narrative out there now? We know because she's starting to get a lot of backlash behind not contacting and reaching out to her father. Her publicity stunt going to Texas has backfired tremendously. She's been called out in a very big way. It's disgusting. And for people to say that Meghan was not with a news crew is not the truth, because I saw the footage of Meghan getting into a vehicle or with camera people. And if you are also not with cameras, why are you looking at how the pictures came out? We saw her standing there looking at the photos with the photographer. I know that had been reported out there. That's not true either. And then she once put out in the papers as well that she went as a mother. Well, I don't know any mothers that show up to go out to do something as a mother and bring her own cameras. So why would she even try to put that narrative out there? We know her nonsense is so stupid. And what is most sickening about all of this is that she is now being forced to try to reconcile with her dad. But she's really not doing that. But she wants to now make it look that way so she can control the narrative so that people still are not feeling salty about her recent visit to that memorial in Texas. What I find very hard is that, you know, you and I don't know Meghan Markle. A lot of us, we don't know Meghan Markle personally. But Thomas Markle does. That is her father, and that is his daughter. Thomas Markle is very vulnerable to his daughter's conniving. What if she just showed up to see her dad? How do you think Thomas Markle will react? He will react like any other father. She's come back. Thank you. I've missed you. But the only way that she'll do it if she does do it, which I know I heard Lady C mention that it would be a good move for Meghan to go see her dad. It would really put her in a good light. But I will always question why she did not reach out when it first happened. Why did she wait? That right there tells you she did it for publicity purposes because she saw the backlash she got. She waited too long to reach out for the narrative to stick and to be legitimate. It's a false narrative to think that she is reaching out to her dad because she really is concerned. No, she's concerned about the backlash. But if he saw her, he would welcome her with open arms. And I would say to those who are within Meghan Markle, who are within Thomas Markle's immediate circle, is to never allow her any entry to see Thomas with cameras. There should be, and she should have a full pat down. It's like, spread them, pat her down, leave your purse in the hallway, girl. That's the only way. That is the only way. The royals did it. And look how she treated the royals. They're not valuable to her without being able to be filmed and used as content for her Netflix series so she can make money because she don't have no talent. If she does try this, we can't fault Thomas for wanting to see his daughter is what I'm trying to say. We can't fault him. He wants to believe that this is not the daughter that he raised. I believe this is the daughter that she has become from how he raised her by giving her everything. And some kids will do fine getting everything and still show humility and still be respectful. But there's some kids, you give them everything, they taking it, they're running with it, and they will turn into monsters. And so we have to understand that Mr. Markle is very, very, very vulnerable, considering that he is not doing well, he cannot speak, and that she is really going to try to take advantage of that, perhaps, maybe, with cameras. And we cannot allow that. Nothing that she does with Thomas should be documented. I would say to Carl Larson, to anybody selling anything related to any kind of reunion of Thomas and Meghan, do not publish it. That should never get out. Because let's also remember from my conversation with Thomas, remember when Thomas wanted to come visit with Doria and Meghan for a photo op so that, you know, it would get people off of his back. Okay, look, this is my daughter. I'm visiting with her. We don't have any issues. I love my daughter, you know, whatever. But Meghan and Doria would not allow Thomas to come for a photo op because they said that Thomas was using them by getting a photo op. And he wasn't coming there with the right intentions. And so they did not allow him to come for a photo op. Well, I say that Thomas Markle and anybody within his circle do not allow Meghan. You give Meghan what she gave Thomas Markle when he wanted a photo. You do not allow Meghan to be photographed with Thomas Markle because you will be feeding right into her hands. And this is how you can test Meghan's sincerity and love for her father. When she agrees to no cameras, this is how you will know. Because the only way that we know it really counts is if it can be documented for the sake of Netflix. That cannot be allowed to happen. So basically what I'm trying to say to everybody, do not believe this article. I do have firsthand information that Meghan Markle has not reached out to her father. And by now, if she does try to reach out, it's too late. It's too late. It's Saturday. What took you so long? And these excuses that they're putting in this article, those are not excuses. She wants to know if there's any way to contact her father privately without her other family knowing about it or having to get involved. This girl is so sick and disgusting. You're even going to put something like this in here because you don't even have the guts to even show humility in the midst of your father being ill, that you're concerned about other people of the family being involved. Look, if you are concerned about your father, it doesn't matter. You're not going to be concerned about speaking to other family members. This girl is so disgusting. This is sick. I don't care if I had to go through my worst enemy to get to my father. I do not care. Okay, put that person on the phone. I'll talk to him. You gonna tell me what my daddy is? Okay. But her whole reason behind not contacting her father is because she's wanting to know, well, is there a way I can contact him without talking to the people in his vicinity? Like she expects her dad just to pick up the phone after he's been had a stroke. Oh, because it's her, suddenly he can talk now. Woo, girl, you got some issues. You got some issues. Meghan is said to be worried that contacting her dad will mean having to speak to her half siblings, Thomas and Samantha. Does that really matter? Does that really matter at the end of the day? Oh, I know why you don't want to speak to me, because you told Oprah you didn't have any siblings, huh? And speaking to them means, yeah, you got to reconcile with the fact that you do have some siblings. Okay, the source said Meghan can't contact her half siblings because she believes they have their own agendas. Look, they don't have their own agendas. You have your agenda, and this is why you concerned about them having agendas, because you have agendas. This is why people are only concerned about things that they are already doing. And let me assure you, Meghan has an agenda. So this is why she is trying to say they have, look, Samantha ain't got no agenda. Samantha, my friends, is suing her sister for defamation because of what she did to her was nasty and disgusting. That's Samantha's agenda. That's right. And she has every right to have that agenda, if you want to call it that, because what Meghan did was wrong. And Thomas Jr., he ain't concerned. He moved closer to be with Thomas because of how ill he is. So his only agenda is taking care of his dad. Yeah, we know Thomas has done a few things. Well, why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he? He's being hounded all the time. People are trying to have insight into his life and privacy. Speak out about what you know. There's nothing wrong with that. No one's trying to build an agenda like Meghan is. People are living their lives and doing what they do, but it's not an agenda. Meghan is the one with the agenda. Meghan is the one with fairy tale lies that she is trying to force onto people. She is trying to force a false narrative. If she can contact their dad, she wants it to be totally private. It won't involve Netflix. It won't involve any photographs, and it must not involve any tip-offs to the paparazzi. The health scare comes. So this is what she's saying also. Okay, that's a hint at something good. And this is another paper. This is actually the Mirror saying this. So this has got all the details in it. But yeah, she'll say that, but that won't be the case when she shows up. I don't believe that for a second. Meghan's relationship with her dad crumbled after he posed for paparazzi pictures. And then that's just so ironic. That's exactly what Meghan just did, pose for paparazzi pictures when she went to go visit the dead people's memorial. Like what she did is so egregious. You can't even compare it to what Thomas did. But yet she's got the nerve to be upset with her father for posing for pictures when she's posed for pictures on the backs of dead children. That is disgusting. But who's calling Meghan out for something that is even much more worse than what Thomas did? Thomas did it in the capacity of pure innocence. He's trying to maintain his dignity. Why did Meghan do it? Think about that. Harry and Meghan have confirmed that they will attend the Jubilee. Yeah, okay. Oh, and speaking of which, I'm hearing from a lot of you that a lot of people at Madame Tussaud's, because they've moved Harry and Meghan's statues closer with the other royals, the Queen and Prince William. Yeah, and people are actually punching her or slapping her face, her Madame Tussaud statue. She knows she's not going to be liked. I doubt that she'll show up. There have been reports that she is having concerns about even attending the Jubilee because she knows she's not going to be well received. Very interesting that this is happening. And I think it gives you a very good insight about how people see you. Look at how you treated the people in the UK when you left, calling them racist, calling their queen racist. Yeah, you're going to name your child after the queen and her nickname. She did that for spite. She stole the queen's nickname for spite. So this is the information that I have. Once again, I want to say this story is not true. And I've given you reasons why it cannot be true. If she were concerned, she would have reached out much sooner. She's concerned because she has to speak with people in her father's camp that she doesn't want to speak to. Hey, look, if you really are concerned, you'll go through whoever you have to go through to get to your loved one. because those things just don't matter. So this, my friends, is not true. Don't believe it. Don't believe it.